We got some new information on Invader Zim into the Florpus and Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling. Alright, so it looks like we have more information in terms of when exactly Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling and Invader Zim Enter the Florpus, the TV movies, are coming out. And the news isn't exactly what I think a lot of people may be expecting. So, at least in terms of how exactly these movies will be coming out. So, Engadget reports that both Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling and Invader Zim Enter the Florpus will be coming out this summer. But what's been going on is that Viacom, that's the company that owns Nickelodeon, has actually sold the distribution rights to both these movies over to the streaming service, Netflix. So, wanted to come on today and talk about how I personally feel about this news. So personally, I think this is actually to my benefit in both of these movies going over to Netflix, because for me, I'm also what many of you guys may call a cable cutter or a cord cutter, because I'm a person who watches a lot. Most of the shows I watch are either a digital distribution or streaming these days. So technically speaking, this is to my benefit. I mean, once both these movies come out, I can watch them. You know, this isn't like when they come to TV where I have to wait for them to come to a streaming service. You know, I can get started as soon as everybody else does. So technically speaking, for me, this is to my benefit. But I wanted to ask the question, why exactly did Viacom give away the distribution rights over to Netflix? I was actually talking to AwestruckVox, the guy from the Roundtable, and I was asking him on Twitter, you know, is it because of the Hey Arnold Jungle movie? Because the Hey Arnold Jungle movie, even though I, as well as many other people, thought it was a really great movie, a really sweet movie, a really a really great way to wrap up the Hey Arnold franchise. The thing about it was, in terms of ratings, it may not have done the numbers that Nickelodeon wanted it to do. If you go to Showbuzz Daily, it did around, in terms of ratings, it had around 1.5 million viewers, which on paper, that sounds pretty impressive. I mean, hell, I would love it if Star vs. the Forces of Evil could get such ratings, but it may not have done the numbers Nickelodeon wanted it to do, since, you know, it was a really heavily hyped movie, and both me and AwestruckVox agreed that's probably one of the reasons why. Not only did, you know, Nickelodeon give away the distribution rights to Netflix, but also because it also probably explains why it took so long to hear a lot of news about both of these movies. We really didn't hear all that much about either Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling or Invader Zim Enter the Florpus since they had their Comic-Con trailers debut. AwestruckVox also told me the other reason why Nickelodeon may have given away the distribution rights over to Netflix is because he thinks that many people that grew up with these shows now probably are using Netflix instead of cable. So they're more likely to watch them on the Netflix streaming service as opposed to, you know, watching them on the Nickelodeon channel. Which, yeah, technically speaking, I'd be in that boat too, since that's how I've been watching a lot of these shows that I've been catching up on, and that's where I'd be more likely to see them. So for me, it would be just as simple as reactivating my Netflix subscription when these movies come out, and that's how I'll be able to watch them. I'm actually currently using Hulu and Amazon Instant Video because of my former college's account, and I mainly moved over to Hulu mainly because I really like their cartoon selection. In terms of movie selection, though, I actually still kind of prefer Netflix. So when these two movies come out, I'll think about going back over to Netflix to check these movies out. And it seems like this has been part of a sort of trend that's been going on for a while now, where if Nickelodeon isn't sure about the success of a recent project, they often put it on Netflix, much like what they're doing with that Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action reboot and that Loud House movie. Now, does this mean that these two movies will never come to the Nickelodeon channel? The news sounds that way, but in my experience, I've often taught myself never to have like super definite, you know, opinions on these sort of things, since, you know, things could change. And for all we know, maybe there's some kind of loophole in the agreement that would allow Nickelodeon to show these movies on, you know, Nickelodeon, the channel, even if it's not where they debut. So, but I'd like to see that someday. Maybe they could show up on something like Nick Rewind on T-Nick, or something like that, but you never know. So, but as of right now, I'm personally, fine with the news. Again, for me personally, I think it's to my benefit, because I'll be able to watch these movies as soon as, pretty much everybody else will be. This isn't like the case of cable where I would have to wait for, these movies to come over to Netflix or said streaming service for me to be able to watch them. In my case, I know some people are going to say, oh, what's the point, why should they bring them to TV? Lots of people are, cable cutters and that sort of thing. For me personally, it's just a case of, one, I just want as many people to be able to see these movies, and two, I personally just don't want the Nickelodeon channel to be used for, only Nickelodeon's most popular, most relevant shows. But then again, if, things like ratings and money talks, which, in business, that's how, it goes, money talks, and, that's how, decisions are definitely made. So I guess, that's what's going on with these two movies. But I'm still going to check them out. I'm still really excited. I mean, heck, I've even interviewed Ricky Simons, the guy who voices Gur in Invader Zim. I've, interviewed him a couple times whenever he comes to Long Beach. And, while he wasn't able to talk at length about, what's going to be, coming out with the Invader Zim Into the Florpus movie, it's still, a lot of fun to talk to him. So I'm definitely excited for both projects. I've also, I will say, Invader Zim has been a show. I actually didn't watch either of these shows as a kid. I actually discovered them later on, like in my teens, and I've seen many episodes of Invader Zim, and me and Gabby are really big fans of it. And also, and Rocko's Modern Life, I've seen a few episodes of that, and it seems like a really funny show, too. I actually have quite a few of these signed posters from Ricky Simons. I might have shown you guys in some of my Long Beach Comic-Con videos. Me and my friend Gabby have been able to get these, and I actually have a couple of these, around. So, I'm definitely excited for both these movies to come out. But anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you want to see both Rocko's Modern Life, Static Cling, and Invader Zim Enter the Florpus come to the Nickelodeon channel, or are you fine with them going over to Netflix for now? Oh, are you excited for these movies? Do you have any predictions? Leave those thoughts down below. This has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell to get notified when I release my latest videos. Follow me at Blood Moon Bobby on your favorite social media platforms to take part in polls, see my tech tips, and to hear about my video plans. Thanks for watching.